Hi everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel, ChatGPT Prompt Lab, where we provide ideas that make your life easier with artificial intelligence. In today's video, we're going to explore how to generate a prompt for ChatGPT to create prompts for Stable Diffusion. And what is Stable Diffusion? For those who don't know, it's an artificial intelligence that creates images from text. We will learn how to give step-by-step instructions to ChatGPT to help us create detailed and specific prompts for Stable Diffusion. Let's get started. Before we begin, I would like to inform you that although this prompt is created and tested on version 4 of ChatGPT, I'm sure it will also give good results in the earlier versions. To start, the first thing we need to do is open ChatGPT. As you may know, you only need to go to the OpenAI.com page and search for the option to try ChatGPT. Once it's open, we can start giving orders. I'm going to break down the prompt step by step, but it's recommended that once you have the script in a text program, you copy and paste it directly to ChatGPT. Let's begin with the prompt. The first thing I'm going to do is explain to our friend GPT what Stable Diffusion is and what the most relevant parameters are for creating an image. I obtained these parameters through an analysis that ChatGPT performed on several examples, although that's another topic that we'll cover in another video. As you can see, the first parameter I give is the object. It's important to understand that the object should be clear and concise, and unnecessary words should be avoided. Another parameter that Stable Diffusion requires to create images is the artistic style and technique. Here, I tell ChatGPT that it can use various artists and techniques, and I give an example. The next one will be descriptive adjectives. These adjectives make the image more relevant or specific, taking into account what we need. I also provide him some examples. Next, I indicate that it can also make references to artists, and it can even refer to several artists. I give him some examples too. The following parameter will be the format and medium. This is important because an image for a children's book will not have the same format as a photograph for a Tinder profile. Don't you think so? Lastly, and closely related to the above, we have the platform or source. It's important to indicate where we could find an image like this. Would it be on Instagram? In a comic? Who knows? Once the different parameters are explained, it's important to give examples for ChatGPT to analyze. As you can see, I've given it 6 examples in which the result returned by Stable Diffusion particularly pleased me. Now it's time to tell ChatGPT what we want. As you can see, I indicate that its job is to create prompts for the topics and objectives that I need. It should take into account all that information to create the prompts according to the requests I make. That is, it must understand that it won't be the same to ask for a selfie of a blonde girl for Tinder than to ask for an illustration of an enchanted house for a children's story. It will make the appropriate decisions and choose the appropriate attributes for each request that I make. That's exactly what I explained to it finally. As you can see, I give an example of what I could ask for and then I give an example of a possible response to my request. I clarify some details, and that's it. Now all that's left is to ask ChatGPT if it understood what I want. Well, now it's time for the most fun part, which is to test it out. For that, I've created 5 possible requests that we can give to ChatGPT and see the results we get. The first one will be to create a prompt to generate an illustration for a children's story of a horse drinking from a pond. And here it is. Now we copy it and use it in Stable Diffusion. And here's the result. What do you think? The next one is an illustration for a video game of a soldier in a futuristic city. Here is the result. The next one that I ask for is a realistic photograph of a beach for a vacation advertisement, an image for a horror video game of an old house in the forest, and a selfie of a blonde girl for a Tinder profile. Here are the results. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, and if you did, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any ideas that you'd like us to cover, please leave them in the comments. Thank you and goodbye.